What's in the bag, please?
Biscuits.
Prison once. It said if you don't want to end up like me, stay away from crime, women and drugs. Problem is, don't leave you with much else to do, does it?
Hey, man. Yeah, I've just been in there grafting, dude. So, you know it, I know it, some of us will know it all too well. Some of us may have been lucky enough to break free from it. But today's video is going to be about the rat race, the madness, the grind, however you know it. How's it going, Mr. Chris?
Oh, fucking amazing.
Yeah? Dreaming, best life. Now, let me ask you this intellectual question. Is that due to the weather or the fact that you don't have to deal with the daily grind? You're free from the daily grind. How do you feel about that?
I'm in my own little daily grind, mate.
Yeah, baby.
There's a reason no one makes videos like me. Because no one wants to live the life I live or be in my head. They would be miserable.
Are you happy?
I'm gonna be honest. So far, more unhappy than happy.
Well, has it ever crossed your mind to quit YouTube as a whole?
Oh yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh boy.
What's up, guys and girls? How the blooming devil are you? I hope you can hear this. Because it's windy and it's slightly misty, rainy, fine stuff. And I so wanted to get in depth in regards to the rat race today and almost make the entire video about it and just vent to the camera a few things that have been playing on my mind. They've been kind of constant discussions and yeah, just wanted to get it into the vlog. I was hoping to do it while skating around and just talking to the camera. However, today is not the day to skate, but I'm hoping I can at least get a little bit of this as we go through the vlog and it's not too boring. Basically, in the last little while, it's become apparent as of April this year that the national minimum wage for over 21s is going up to £12.21 per hour. GBP, that is, for us here in the UK. And it's very interesting because also in that same breath, I've been looking at a lot of jobs around the industry that I currently work in. And all of a sudden, all of those rates have absolutely bottomed out. They're hideous. I have been getting job after job applications sent to me saying, hey, do you want to take this job on for like £12.57? Let's just say this. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much I'm on an hour. It's a little bit more than that. It's not a whole busting amount. But it just goes to show that currently I travel quite a substantial amount of distance, not massively in the world of like some people's commutes, but it still costs petrol. And there's costs involved in getting to and from and such like. And it's just bonkers to think that maybe going forward, it might actually work out more viable, feasible. It might make more sense to stay in my local town, do a lesser job and get paid a lesser wage, but have more time to free myself creatively and just thought stuff. Because I can tell you one thing, if you haven't already noticed it in the past vlogs in the last maybe 2 to 3 weeks, drained is an understatement. My workplace has been doing it for a long time. I mentioned it in the closing credits of vlog yesterday, which was, I know it, I know that my place just saps me of creativity, and it's a struggle because I have all of these wonderful ideas that I want to execute on, but the overwhelming sense of drain on my brain and my positivity is just, yeah, it's hard to explain. You can see it in some of the vlogs as well, especially the ones back from last year where I'd be saying like, hey guys and girls, in the morning I'm fully fired up, it's a good day, sun's shining, and then by 10 o'clock, first tea break, I'd just be like 40% down on that 100% stoke. And it'd take me maybe the rest of the afternoon to gain back 5%, maybe 10%. By the time you get home, you're just blazed out. And all of that comes all the way around to a little post that was sent to me by a friend. And it's really interesting because it's regarding the rat race, and it also kind of ties into another conversation that I was having with Andrea, in the sense that I'm pushing, as in my opinion, as hard as I can to try to uphold a 40 hours a week job, full-time job, as well as try to start a side hustle, as well as find some time to live, and just try to get extra creative on top of that because I want to do more. And without eating back into those 8 hours of sleep, I'm almost at my wit's end in regards to how can I do this. Then firing that week or that day, that factory environment that is just so draining on the positivity, on the spirit, on the soul. By the time you get around to the weekend, there's just nothing left. Let's go home. 14 degrees. Going up in the world.
Toasty at this point.
We will continue our rat race discussion after this small commercial break. Brought to you by the weekly shop in Sainsbury's. Well, let me hit the audience up. Who is a penguin's favourite family member?
I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be so obvious, isn't it?
It's an oldie, man. It's a penguin. They never change.
Go on.
Antarctica.
Oh, funny.
So, on roundup of this rat race thought, and it is more of a, I don't know, a venting my thought process. There are a lot of people that find themselves in it. There are some people that will find themselves in it, but on the face of being self-employed from the very get-go. If you ever find yourself self-employed, you will never really understand the madness that is PAYE. And if you're always PAYE and never self-employed, you will never understand the madness of being self-employed. There are so many dichotomies within that alone. I could do a whole video on it. But the freedom of doing a job that you enjoy, even if it isn't for the financial benefit of global domination, can just give you a sense of something that you cannot get, even if it's the money's right. As you would have noticed in that clip from Mr. Beast on the Diary of a CEO podcast that I included at the beginning of the video. I know right now that I need to be pushing harder than ever. Can I do it? I don't know. Am I brave enough to take the steps that I need to do to get into the avenue that I want to be? I don't know. There are so many uncertain things about life at the best of times, but these are things that I am definitely going to try my very hardest to adventure into in the next at least coming 8 to 9 months. The madness is truly real, but the one thing that I will say is if you are in a position now where you're not in the rat race, or you're a younger person that's about to venture into being part of the rat race, have a little bit of think and a little bit of thought into whatever it is that you want to do it now. Because once you find yourself in the rat race, trying to get out of the maze is an absolute nightmare. It wasn't the kind of video that I wanted to do today. It wasn't as awesome as I hoped. There was a whole heap of stuff that I've been running over and over in my head over the last couple of days, and every time where I want to voice that to the camera, I don't have the opportunity because I'm currently in work. By the time that I come around to the free time to be able to speak to the camera and say the things that I want to say, I've exhausted the conversation internally. I don't know if everybody has that internal monologue running, the thought process, the how do I do this, how do I do that, what avenue, what steps do I need to make? And I almost think that not everybody has it. I think some people are very much comfortable in the experience that they are living, whether they like that or don't. That's another topic for another video. I'm not going to bore you guys and girls anymore, and I kind of want to end on a stoked note, even though currently, especially in these last 2 weeks, physically, well, more so mentally, I'm absolutely drained within inches of my life. And it's not burnout, it's just the fact that I want to push hard and I want to achieve things. And I kind of feel like I'm running in quicksand. But I will say this. There is only one person that can ever change it. There's only ever one person that's responsible for it. There's no point in blaming the outside world for your failures. All you can do is keep failing and failing and failing and failing until you succeed. Everybody else's success is different for them as it will be for you. All I do know is that I hope at some point within this a little amazing adventure that we call life, that you witness personally your own form and feeling of success. So until the next one, stay awesome, stay focused, stay positive, keep on pushing.